Bonjour, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cyril, I have been a stem cell researcher for quite some time, and this is why I can tell you about the science that is behind skincare ingredients. And for today's video, I'm going to review two products from the Korean brand Klairs. This is the Fundamental Mist and also the Ceramide, which is the water all drop. And before I start, I want to do a little sunscreen of the day. So currently on my face, I am testing the very iconic Japanese sunscreen from Biore. Biore is owned by the Japanese brand which is Gao, and this is the watery essence. It's SPF 50 plus, PA rating of 4+. And if you're not new to my channel, you already know that I always recommend and use SPF 50 plus. And this year I've definitely played a lot with Japanese sunscreen, and one of the features of Japanese sunscreen is that they do contain alcohol, especially this one. Still, I wanted to try them because they have a very cool and very interesting technology to form a film on top of the skin, and with the other sunscreen that I have tried that do contain alcohol, I didn't experience any major irritation, which is really bizarre because there is a French formula, and this one is from La Roche-Posay. This is the Untitled Chapter fluid SPF 50 plus. This one does contain alcohol, probably less than this one. When you just smell them, you definitely smell a lot of alcohol in this one, but less in this one. But still, this one does irritate my skin. Even when I put it on top of my hand, it is I start to feel like a little bit itchy, like something is wrong, which I did not experience with this one. So this is very bizarre, I would say, and I will definitely talk more about this because I have noticed some stuff also about this one that I will talk in a future video, and you can comment down below if you want me to review this bad boy. And of course, if you don't want to miss any of my new videos, you don't forget to subscribe and to ring the bell to not miss any of my new content. So first I'm going to review the mist, and as you can see, I have used quite a lot. It has been actually probably 3 months or something like that I have been using this one. This is also the one that I have used during my last vacation when I was in an island in the south of France, in Corsica, and this one is a mist, so it is very liquidy, but it is extremely hydrating, which I love. So in this one, most of the humectants are coming from botanical extract, but none of them are fragrance. So the first humectant that we find in a lot of Korean skincare product is butyl glycol, so nothing new here. This is also the type of humectant that you usually always find in the second place in sheet mask, in Korean sheet mask. Then we have an extract from a cucumber, which is Loofah cylindrica, and this is also where the loofah sponge are coming from. They then an extract of rice, which is Orisa sativa. So the main component of rice is starch, so it's a complex sugar that you find in rice. And there's another cream that I've been using for years that features an extract from rice, which is this one from CosRx. This is the Ultimate Nourishing Rice Overnight Spa Mask, and I actually use this one as a moisturizer. So even though there are basically almost no scientific data on the effect of rice on the skin, this is, in my own experience, definitely a very interesting ingredient to provide excellent humectants, so derived from rice for the skin. Then we have an extract from okra, trehalose, which is a sugar, hyaluronic acid, and also an extract of seaweed, which is Laminaria japonica. So here in the combination of humectants, there is definitely a lack of scientific data. This being said, when you're using products that are mainly humectant based, it is very easy to see if they do provide hydration to the skin, because a good hydrating toner, or like this one, a mist, but basically they are exactly the same things. They should plump up your skin, and the more you are going to layer them, and the more your skin will have this dewy look, this very plump skin barrier that you can definitely notice. And this is exactly the case for this product. It is deeply hydrating. Of course, because it is mainly from botanical extract, even though I didn't see any reports that they can be allergenic Just be aware of that. But like I said in the beginning, there is no fragrant component in this formula. What I also love about it is that because it is a mist, it is super convenient to use. So after you shower, I love just to spray my face with it to just provide this first layer of hydration, and also to prevent any dehydration while I am toweling my body. So on top of the humectants, you also have skin soothing ingredients. This is mainly two. You have mugwort extract, which is Artemisia vulgaris, and you also have panthenol. So I'm not going to talk about panthenol. Panthenol is a really well-known skin soothing ingredient. With mugwort, there is a few scientific literature. This is also a traditional medicine plant, but there is one article that seems to show, and I think it's from a Japanese team, where they have shown that mugwort upregulates, so it boosts the synthesis of one key protein that you find in the skin, which is filaggrin. And filaggrin is one of the proteins that is going to be cut by your skin cell to form small peptides and amino acids that are the natural humectants in the skin. And what is remarkable about this protein is that very often in super dry skin, which we name atopic skin type, usually there is a deficiency in this protein. So mugwort could help with it, but still remember that this is still a botanical extract, and you can react to it, basically an allergic reaction. And there are papers about an allergic reaction to mugwort, so just be aware of this. So the last ingredient is a ceramide. This is ceramide NP, and this is basically the only, I would say, emollient in this formula, because this is mainly a water-based product. And ceramide are one of the key lipids that our epidermal skin cells are producing in the skin barrier. So the second product is the watery oil drop. So the name oil, I think it is because of the texture, because the texture is had this sort of oily feel, even though this it does not contain any lipids, it just contains ceramide NP, but it is pretty low in the formula. So you do have the feeling of an oil, but you don't have I would say this like really greasy feeling at the end. And like the toner, this product is extremely hydrating. The main humectant in this one is first of all glycerin. So glycerin probably doesn't need any more introduction on this channel, but still. So glycerin is a natural humectant that also occurs in our skin. This is one of the best humectants that we actually currently have. And one feature that is very interesting about glycerin is that it is the backbone of complex lipids that we name triglyceride and triglyceride are made from glycerin, which is named in biology glycerol. So this is definitely an amazing ingredient. We also find, again, butylene glycol, an extract of rice, so exactly like the toner. Hyaluronic acid, we also find arginine, which is an amino acid. We also find the same seaweed, so laminaria, japonica extract, and also sorbitol, which is also a complex sugar that is very humectant. So on top of the humectant, we also have some skin soothing ingredients. So the first one is bifida lysate. So bifida lysate, bifida is a bacterium. A lysate, it means that the bacteria has been basically completely crushed, and all its inside component has been released in the medium, and this is what you find in the skincare product. And there is especially one paper from L'Oreal team that have shown that it is an anti-inflammatory ingredient. This is also one of the ingredients of the very iconic Estée Lauder Night Repair serum. With another ingredient, which is a rice ferment. So this is basically rice that has been fermented from Aspergillus. Aspergillus is a natural fungus that you find in rice that is also used in traditional Asian cooking. So again, I have tried to find any scientific data on this one, but I have known. Like always, a fermentation process is when a bacteria or here a fungus. So Aspergillus rice ferment is a fermented ingredient. So fermentation is a metabolic process that you find in bacteria, that you also find in yeast, in fungus, and also in our own body. So basically, when you are doing too much sports, our muscular cells also use this process fermentation to produce lactic acid, and this is why all your muscles are very sore when you do too much sport. But this process is basically an oxidative process that is going to degrade the primary ingredient. So here the rice, and it's going basically to transform this ingredient into smaller molecules, but I don't have any scientific data to exactly tell you what it does. But again, because most of the components of rice are starch, I would imagine that the metabolic process cut the big starch from the rice into smaller sugars, and guess what? Sugars are humectants. There's also an extract from licorice. There's also the copper peptide, which is the copper tripeptide, one that I've already talked about on my channel. So you can definitely check my review on the last NIOD product, which is the Kale 1%, when I tell you much more about this peptides. And basically that's it. What is also very interesting in this formula is that the first ingredient is the water leaf from camellia, and camellia is basically tea. And it is known that tea contains a specific polyphenols which are from the family of catechins, and that they are indeed antioxidants, especially used on top of the skin. So of course here Klairs didn't choose to use straight away the polyphenol, so you don't exactly know how much you get from this extract, but it is probably better than just using, I would say, plain water. There is also tocopherol acetate, and tocopherol acetate is vitamin E, and vitamin E is also known to prevent the oxidation at the very top of the lipids on top of our skin. Like the mist, it also contains one ceramide, which is a ceramide NP, and the last ingredients are what I would call anti-aging ingredients. So again, you have the copper peptide and also another one, which is acetylhexapeptide 8, so the trade name is agirelin. And this one is supposed to have a Botox-like effect, but I have to say that I don't really believe in those effects. So overall, like I said, this is extremely moisturizing, and I think that this serum is amazing, especially that now we are transitioning into the cold month of the year. So if you really want to increase the overall moisturizing effect, this is a great serum to layer under your moisturizer. You can also go to my Instagram account where I have done a very quick review about the two other new products from the Fundamental line. So you have the eye gel, but also the eye cream. Overall, I am not a huge fan of them. I do prefer the eye cream over the eye gel. However, the mist and the serum are definitely worth a try for sure. So comment down below and tell me if you have any question regarding those products. If you like this video, please thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to ring the little bell to not miss any of my new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am Cyril Laurent. I have a lot of stuff over here, like the review of those two babies. I of course thank you so much for watching me, and I will see you next time. Au revoir.